Hey folks, how we doing today? Boy, it's hot out here, I can tell you that right now. Last week we was freezing to death and this week we're burning up. I got a good old cold beer around here somewhere I'll go look for here in a minute. Maybe get me a drink of it. What we got for you today is how you malt corn. We're going to show you how you soak your corn and the malting barrel part of it and how I do my malting barrel. It works great. The water is the most important thing. How I usually malt my corn is a burlap sack and in a creek, but everybody don't have a creek and a burlap sack. So I'm going to show you how you can do it. Works just the same, but your water is the most important thing. So y'all stick with us, stay tuned. All right, folks, right here's what we need to do. First off, you got to put your corn in the bucket. Don't fill your bucket all the way up with corn because it's going to absorb all that water. It's going to expand. I've probably got 3/4 of a bucket right here, and within 24 hours, this corn will fill this bucket, absorbing the water. What this is, it's a brown rib silage corn. Yeah, I know it's a yellow corn, but it's a brown rib silage corn. It's got a whole lot of sugar in it. It's not exactly white corn, but it's pretty close. This stuff's pretty good. I got it from a farmer that didn't get it chopped, and he went in and combined it. So we're going to soak this corn. I'm going to show you how to get the water in it right here. Your water is your main part of malting corn. This right here is good well water. It's down in limestone. It's got the right pH, minerals and stuff. I prefer rainwater, but it ain't rained here, so I ain't been able to catch none. I prefer rainwater and then good spring water, and then my third choice is this good old well water. You don't want to use city water for this. I don't like the chlorine, all the additives and minerals and stuff in it. But what you want to do is you want to fill this bucket up. Don't worry about them floaters in there. They'll go away. They'll soak up all that. So you got old brown stuff and them old things like that. You want it at least 2 inches. The water to be 2 inches above your corn. Now that's where you want that to be. Okay, now it's soaking your corn. You want to let this right here set for 24 hours. You need to put something over top of it, just lay something on it, keep the critters out of it. Then we'll come back tomorrow and I'll show you how you do your malting barrel. Y'all stay tuned. Hey guys, here we are. We're back again. We're gonna show you a little bit about this malting barrel that I have. I know a lot of people's got different ideas about malting grain and stuff, but this has worked for me for years and years, and it's real simple, and you can really malt some grain in this thing. If you'll come on over here, we'll show you what's going on the inside of this barrel. As you can see, I've got a 2x4 screwed here. Well, on the opposite side of this 2x4, I have another one screwed from the outside. I have a small hole in the bottom with some screen wire on it. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my corn in here, and then I'm going to show you how this works. Just give me a few minutes and I'll get my corn in here. All right, folks, I've got my corn in here now, and I want you to look at the kernel size. The kernels is doubled in size, and that's what you're looking for when you're malting your corn, when you're soaking it. You want the kernel to double in size. Now, I drained the excess water off of this corn before I put it in this barrel, but as you can see, it's still wet. It's moist, and that's what you want to do. You want to keep it moist. You got to keep it moist every day. Check it. If it's a little dry, just spray a little water in there on it. Keep it good and moist. And the reason these 2x4s is in here is when I turn this barrel, I'm gonna roll it, and when I roll it over, this 2x4 is gonna break this corn up, and it keeps air flowing through the corn. You have to have good airflow in this. And I've got a piece of screen wire here that I'll pull over here, and I'll screw it down with these 2 screws right here. I only have 4 screws in that. It's not here to keep, critters and bugs and stuff out. It's here to keep the corn in. And it's going to let air flow all the way through this. Now, in 2 to 3 days, you're going to have some good sprouts on this corn. And when they get to about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, I'm going to show you how to pull it out. We're going to make us a drying table. We're going to dry this corn, and we're going to grind it. and make us some good corn malt. Y'all stay tuned, and we'll see you next week. Well, there you go, guys. That's the first step in malting corn. As y'all can see, I did find my cold beer finally, and I was glad to see it. Man, it's warm out here. Something I didn't tell you on that video was you got to make sure you keep your malting barrel in the shade. You don't want it in direct sunlight. You keep it indoors or outside in the shade somewhere. You don't want it in direct sunlight. That'll just dry it out too fast and you'll never malt any corn. So keep it in the shade, not direct sunlight. Something about the corn that I used, yeah, it come from a local farmer. Let's all try to do that. I mean, if you see a farmer and he's got grain bins in your area and he had corn in that field last year or whatever you're looking for, stop in and ask him if you could buy some. Because a 50-pound bag of corn in the store is going up $10, $11, and he's only getting maybe $7.50 a bushel out of his, and a bushel of corn weighs 54 pounds. So let's try to give the local farmer a little bit of credit here and stick with them and do what you can in your area. It may not be white corn, it may not be a silage corn that I got, but at least you're getting it from your area. And everything will work good. Mother Nature will work with you. So let's try to do that. But I hope y'all enjoy that. And here in a few days, we're going to get back into the corn malt. We got to let it sprout first. We'll get back into the drying process, the grinding process, and how to use it to mash and all that stuff. Well, what I wanted to leave y'all with was I want to save y'all some money, some tips and tricks of the trade that I've learned over the years. And this right here is something that I've found that works for me. I've never had to use one, but you may have to. Which is these little guys right here. What this is, if you could see it, it's a window alarm from the Dollar Tree. They cost $1. They're white. And right there's the little magnet that goes to it. At the Dollar Tree, they also have, it's called Super Glue Fix All Adhesive. Get you a tube of that. They also have these little washers for bolts. So it's like a total of $3. You could make one of these, and with the washers and the adhesive, you could make 20 of them. So they're real cheap. So you're looking at $1 a piece. And I took this little old thin piece of flashing off a house, bent the top of it. This has got self-adhesive tape on the back of it. You stick it to it, you paint the whole thing army green. That's what I did, army green, because it comes white and this is shiny. You glue your washer where the magnet is on the side of it. Then your little magnet that sticks to that sits right there. And what I do, I use anywhere between 4 to 2 pound fishing line and tie to the bottom of this magnet. As you can see, it's got a hole. I tie it to the bottom of that magnet. And then you could run that as far as you want to. And what you're making a security alarm. These things are awesome. So if you got it set 100 feet or 100 yards from where you're at, it could be at your steel side, it could be at your home, could be anywhere. And somebody happens to walk by. There you go. See? And it's loud. You're going to hear it. It's a $1 trip line, folks. See, it just keeps going off. And it's a $1 trip line, folks. And I just thought I'd save y'all some money because some of these things online is like outrageous. And this is something you go to your local Dollar Tree and build yourself. In about 5 minutes, you could have your own personal trip line. I've got 8 or 10 of these things set up around here everywhere. And so if something or somebody comes through, I'll know about it. And that'll scare some people off. Now, tomorrow, I want to show y'all how to make a half-gallon thumper. I've looked online at these things and stuff, and man, they want $35, $40 for one. They tell you that you have to have the copper top, and you don't. This is a food grade lid. It's the same lid that comes with the jar. It's a wide mouth, half-gallon jar. It's stainless steel. It solders good, it's thin. You can get some stuff in there. It's already got the seal on it. I've used one of these on my brandy still for years, and I've never had a problem out of it. So if you got a wide mouth, half-gallon jar, I went down to the Rural King today, bought a 2-foot piece, 1/2-inch copper tubing. I can't use 1/2-inch, so I'm probably going to give this one away. That's going to be an upcoming thing. You need to put your name in there. We get this thing built, I'm going to give it away to somebody that could use a 1/2-inch diameter pipe on their thumper. So that's what I'm going to do. I bought this 2-foot piece of copper, 1/2-inch pipe, and 2 90s, sweat fit 90s, for $3.75. Can you believe that? So we're going to take this, we're going to cut it up, and we're going to make us a thumper out of this jar right here. You won't believe how easy this is. It's not that hard, and you won't have $35, $40 in it. I hope not everybody sees your steel anyway, so its function, you know, it functions perfect. It functions just like the high dollar ones you're going to buy. It's just, you know, it may not look the same. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm going to cut this stuff up. We're going to make us a 1/2-gallon thumper that you can make at home. We're going to talk a little bit about solder. Your temperature on your solder means a whole lot on how you heat your metal, on everything. Your flux means a whole lot. Paste flux against gel fluxes. I don't like gel fluxes. So just stick with us, stay tuned. Y'all check back in with us tomorrow evening, and we're going to have a good video for you. Y'all watch your top knot now. We love you, and we'll see you later.